been a while since I've posted anything on this channel, and life's been interesting. Lots has happened in my life, and honestly, for me to restart this channel, I've just been waiting for the right video idea, which is funny because I had plenty, I just didn't hit record. And recently I started doing yoga again. In one of my sessions, I realized that I don't need the right idea, I just need to hit record. So here I am hitting record. What is this channel going to be about? I feel that there needs to be that update. I don't know right now. I might make it about all of the things that I'm learning along the way. I might talk about recruiting and job search. We might talk about leadership and development, but it will be around content when it comes to careers for the most part. Now, let's talk about something that I did recently. I recently got certified as a cloud practitioner for AWS. And I want to preface this with, I was fortunate enough and privileged enough that my company subsidized the test for me and allowed me to study for the test while I was working, right? So I want to put that out there. And I'm not here to tell you because I'm not a cloud expert. I, took the test. I got a 82%, which I was super excited about, which is pretty high, all things considered, because it's a really tough test. But I also feel that my brain has mostly purged things that I've learned. What I am here to tell you about is the lessons that I learned during this journey. And it felt like a 6 to 8 week journey, to be honest. And it was a lot of fun. So let's talk about the things that I did, the things that worked for me, the things that didn't work for me, and they might work for you or they might not work for you. First things first, I will say that I didn't use Cloud Guru, even though I had access to it early on. I used Cloud Guru's test and their study material a week and a half before my actual test, which was a mistake. If you are doing any of these certifications, highly, highly, highly recommend Cloud Guru, especially if your company has in their budget for you to be able to get these certification and professional development. And yeah, but if they don't, if Cloud Guru is too expensive for you and you don't have access to that through your company, Udemy is a pretty good secondary step. I did do Udemy's practice test before I did Cloud Guru study material, and I liked Udemy's practice test so much more, mainly because it gave me the reason why each answer was wrong and why each answer was right. So that was super helpful. It helped me understand the concepts like the difference between elasticity and scalability much easier and much better than I had previously learned about them. The one thing that didn't work for me specifically, a coworker had recommended this book, so I did purchase it because I'm very much a physical book person. Right? Very much a physical book person. But what I didn't like about this book, and I didn't think it was helpful for me, is that there were questions in this book that just didn't make any sense. Like, it would ask you where you would find code snippets to cut and paste. That's not something you're going to need to know for your Cloud Practitioner test. It is not. So I felt that I was spending a lot of time trying to remember things that I didn't need to remember because A, they weren't going to be on the test, and B, you can just look that up within the AWS cloud if you're using the cloud, right? Like, it's not that hard for somebody to just search within the cloud where somebody can find something. Like, cloud they have forums, they have articles, they have FAQs, like in many different places. You don't need to know those things. I will say that the book was helpful in the sense that if you are trying to understand at a high level, very, very high level, what a concept is, the book did do that. But it still, for me, didn't go into enough detail for me to consider it helpful. Take it with a grain of salt. It might work for you. It did not work for me. The other thing that helped me a lot is writing things down. I mean, look at these flashcards. They're all for the certified cloud practitioner. Not only that, my notebook is full of notes. And if you're like me, if writing things down helps you recall the thing that you're trying to learn a lot quicker than just reading it over and over again, I would recommend taking a break, because your arm is going to hurt. And unless you're ambidextrous with writing, it's not going to help you. My arm hurt to the point I had to go and get a massage. It was insane. And even my masseuse was like, oh my God, like what did you do to your hand? Invest in a good pen with a good grip if you don't have it already, because that is going to be super helpful. And take breaks. If you are a writer like me, I would recommend no more than an hour a day. So plan accordingly, otherwise your hand is going to hurt. And when my hand started hurting and I started writing sloppily, it made me realize later, way too late, that those moments when my hand hurt and I was focused on how much my hand hurt are the moments when I had to go back and reread or rewrite the thing that I had written in that moment. So take breaks, spend enough time, don't spend too much time writing every single day, which is what I did. I wrote down 8 weeks worth of notes in a week and a half, and that is not doable. It is not sustainable. Do yourself a favor, take breaks. And I will say that if you are a person like me and if you do like writing things down, I love flashcards, right? They're so much better, for me at least, to memorize things than writing things down in a notebook, and that was super helpful. But I would go and do it differently. I wrote the flashcards first and the notes second. I would switch that. I haven't had to take a test in a while, so I forgot all of these things. Write the notes first and then do the flashcards. I got these off of Amazon, and I would definitely be reusing flashcards. I think next time I'll just get white. The colors were like, I tried to sort things based on the section, the colors based on the section that I was doing, and it was helpful for a little bit, as long as you create a code or a master code for which color is which concept is in which color. Otherwise you're just gonna be flipping through all of them the entire time.